I'm back. And here we have the dough. And it's after 20 minutes. Now it's really nice and pliable. But what we're going to want to do here, put this in the sink. Now, I made some other dough. And I put it in the freezer. This is not quite a while ago, but a couple days ago. And this is the same dough, and it's thawing out. You let it thaw out for a hour. Now, when you see dough that's being thawed out, it looks really nasty. But what you want to do is, here's the trick. Okay, here's the camera is going to be. There we go. Okay, here's the dough that I just made. We're going to cut it in four. So cut it in half and cut it in half. Okay. Now, let's say you don't want to use all the dough. Wrap these pieces in wax paper, then around the wax paper, wrap them in foil, and then put them in your, well, I can't find right behind me, your rice bag, if you have one. And then stick that in the freezer, and then when you need to take one out, unwrap it, let it thaw for an hour. Now, what you're going to want to do is, this is going to be hard, but you want to just, after an hour, you just want to work it. And there's going to be like a hard spot in the middle. And put it back on the cutting board, like this. Add some flour to it. And just knead it until it's nice and soft. And that stickiness is gone. And that hard piece in the middle is gone. And then when it's nice and, when you got really nice and doughy again, then it's okay to roll out. When it's like this, that pliable, then you want to roll it out and make it into the crackers. Okay, so we're going to put this back on the plate. Right there. Okay, so this stuff dries out really fast, so you're going to want to take the bowl that you put in the sink for some reason, which I shouldn't have done that, but there's no water in it. Put the other 4 pieces in there. Cover it with your lid. Now, if your lid doesn't fit, put it upside down. That usually works. Or get a piece of cellophane or something else. Okay. Then over here we have our oil. And as you can see, I have poured that much in. I'm going to pour a little bit more in, because you want to submerge these. Put it over there. Okay, so flour your board a little bit, and what we're going to want to do is we're going to roll this out. This is almost like making the pretzel video. You're going to roll it out, and if you have a cutting board, okay, there's one thing I do, that I have these big, huge boards in the counters. Ta-da! And what I like to do, I like to butt them up right like this, and they got the little ledge right here. And sometimes if I do bigger things, I use that to roll things out, but I'm not going to use that right now. But that's what I do. Some people have small ones, some people have big ones. If you have a big one, great. Okay, so roll this out, and want to go 13 inches. You don't have to be exactly, when they give you inches like that, it's like, roll it out. Now, we're not making the pretzel, but it almost looks like it though. And this dough is just a little bit different texture. There's no yeast in it. Okay, so this is good. So about like this. And you're going to want to cut them into, put the knife back, little pieces like this. So that's about maybe inch or two, just even. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's no law that says it has to be perfect. Okay, and again, these things do dry out. So we're going to turn on our oil on high. So there we go. And we're going to put some of these back into here, just so they don't dry out. Because what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cook them as we make them. These don't do good if you make a whole stack of them and then put them in. They really dry out really fast. So what you're going to want to do with your little piece is you're going to want to roll it out and try to roll it out. It's not rolling out today. Stretch it out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Technical difficulties. Now roll it out about, use 2 hands. And of course, dough always wants to shrink back together. So, but put your hands together like this, and when the dough exceeds a little bit over, like from here, when the dough exceeds over a little bit, that's probably good. That's good. Okay, now what you're going to want to do, let's get a rolling pin out. Get your handy dandy rolling pin, and lay this flat. Squish it, not hard, lightly, just squish it. We're not pressing down, we're just squishing it. So now you're going to have a flattened piece. See how this flat? And then what you're going to want to do is, this is the fun part, we're going to make a snail. We're going to take this and we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it, so fold it in. Like, act like you're making a well, not a cigarette, but it's not a good example. Oh yeah, like a little tiny bitty cinnamon roll. See? Oh, it's rolled. Now press where it connects here, pinch it, and then what you're gonna want to do is take your thumb and squish it down again. So now we got a little disc. And then now we're going to use the rolling pin, and you're going to flatten that. It's going to have a concave look to it. So just keep on flattening that. And then that's our finished product. Well, not finished as in cooked, but what you want it to look like. Okay. And make sure, get a piece out. Take a little bit of the dough from another piece and toss it in the oil. And when that starts cooking, then you know when to put your, I got flour on myself, but that's okay. Flour doesn't stain. Okay, and I'm off screen and I didn't think about taking this out. Oh, there it is. Okay, get some of your Parmesan cheese out. You can already have this pre-grated, which I don't. And then what you do, after you're done putting this in the oil and toasting it on brown, light golden brown on either side, then what you want to do is, of course, you put it on your handy dandy plate that has paper towel on it, dry it off, get a couple of them, sprinkle Parmesan cheese, sprinkle any type of cheese you want on there. And these things are really good. If you don't want to get something from the store and you want to make something really good to snack on, and again, this when you're making about this much dough, you're not going to be snacking on very many. There's no, you might eat all of them, but you're not going to be eating like a whole big huge package of them. Okay, so let's get another one going here. Let's see, bigger dough. Okay. Should be fine. Okay, so let's roll this out. Make a snake. When the snake gets, it's going to shrink a little bit. They don't all have to be perfect like that, but like, okay. So when you put 2 hands like this, and they exceed over your little pinkies, flatten it. Remember, you're not pressing down, you're just gently rolling the rolling pin on it. Gently, and then make it into a cinnamon roll. Just work it, and let's check our oil out. cinnamon roll it like that. Pinch it and squish it. So cinnamon roll, pinch it, and squish it. Squish it. That's the steps. And it kind of has a cool little. When you roll it out, you can still see the swirl shape. So I think that's pretty cool. We've got 2 of them here. And remember to press it down when you're rolling it, so you don't roll it on itself. Okay, let's see how our. Where is it? Hi, you making an appearance? You're not going to jump on the counter, are you? No, you're not? Okay, you're acting good? Okay, a little bit more. Yes? Yeah? Uh-huh. I'm talking to my cat right now. Hey, can you give her a little bit more food? She was sleeping. She was sleeping so peacefully. And I guess she heard the... Let's see if we give her a little bit of food. Oh my god, that's a little bit too much. You didn't give her that much? Okay. Hopefully that will work. Usually I have a treat for her or something. Okay, so this... Back to the cooking. Okay, so... If you're going to stick something with paper towel or plastic, make sure it's not that close. But I'm going to put this right here because we're going to need it right away. So we're going to stick this in. I'm going to stick this in. And let's see. Make sure this is dry. Last thing we want to do is... Okay, now see, they really puff up. This looks comical. This really looks comical. I mean, this is like really funny. Look at this. You got. Let's turn this back over. They look like. Come on, turn over. Okay. They puff up really good for some reason. Okay, let's get another one going here. Okay, again, flatten. Okay, now they're turning. Okay, one's puffed up all the way and the other one's not, so. And these things are extremely crunchy. I will have a video, again, I will make pictures of them and put them on my Google Plus photo so you can look at them. Oh, and it broke. That's okay though. Again, these things are really, really super crunchy. So if it breaks, just tip it and it's going to fill up with oil, and just tip it, and when you pick it up, okay, here's one done. Now these are light golden brown. Put it on your thing. Now we got like, look at this thing. This is crazy. You know what I was thinking too? These things, if you don't want to add, I'm gonna stop right there because my video is going. So again, I'm gonna turn off the oil. Always turn off the oil, and always move hot oil to a cold burner. So that way, if you do leave this on accidentally, there's no way this can overheat. Okay, so here's our finished product, and I'm gonna get my cheese grater. And I'm not going to get my cheese grater. Okay, well, I'll have them on. Okay, I gotta go. Toodles.